Crazy. Crazy. I feel like this is something out of a movie, but this is real life. It's insane.
Crazy that just a couple weeks before that, I was visiting a new church and hoping to have a month full of exploring the city, auditions, promo gigs, and bookings.
They like always hold their arms out to get you to shake their hands so you can give them a tip. Fuck no.
I started off the month seeing a Broadway show. It's the Broadway show of the tour that I'm called back for in a few days.
Gonna be studying it very intensely. I got student rush tickets, so my view's kind of obscure as always. But hey, that's what my pocketbooks can afford right now, so yeah. On my way to the theater. It's always a good night when you see a Broadway show.
So for those of you who don't know, people who live in New York don't really frequent Times Square. I know some of my friends tell me they avoid it like the plague. But I was already in the theater district, so I figured I'd walk on over and see what the tourists were looking at. I will say, whenever I go to Times Square, there's this energy and you can just feel everybody's hustle. And that's motivating. And the appreciation for live theater and just art in general is always inspiring.
CNN Experience. Connect to what matters.
First promo gig of the month was with CNN. And while I was in the holding room, I got an email informing me that my gig for next weekend was canceled due to Corona. At least I got a beautiful view to look at. My whole shift, everyone kept asking, where do I find Anderson Cooper? What room is Anderson Cooper in? Fans can be a lot, so I was okay with chilling with the Mosaic version of Anderson.
Knocked a self-tape out this morning. It was a co-star, so that was pretty quick. And now I'm meeting my friend Adrian for coffee. Then I'm gonna go to work. And this whole weekend I'm working as a backup. My gig that was supposed to be this weekend got canceled, thanks Corona. Basically with the backup, you show up and if they need you, you stay for the whole shift and get paid for the whole shift. If they don't need you, it depends on the company, but either you get paid for usually between 1 to 4 hours. Hopefully they need me, but if they don't, at least I'm taking a little something home. Usually I don't take backups, but at this point it's like you kind of gotta take whatever you can get because like gigs are canceled left and right. So yeah, Corona is really affecting the industry.
Then when I got to work, I was informed that the event was canceled for the whole weekend due to Corona. But I was going to have to more my bank account later. I had auditions to prep for, and I had my callback that Monday. My callback was in the afternoon, but I still managed to squeeze in another audition that morning.
And the guy who went in, not the before me, but a couple before me, he was like, you know, when you like know everything, then you just totally forget everything. And I'm like, oh Lord, please Lord, don't do me like that. Please don't do me like that. And he did it. I feel like I left a good impression. She was like, do you live here? And I was like, yeah, I just moved here from LA. That's why my resume looks a little all over the place. She was like, no. She's like, I know I've like seen, you've auditioned for me before, but I just want to make sure you're not flying in. And I'm like, oh, so does that mean you're gonna call me back for some more shit? Let me just say, I freaking love New York. I love living here. I love this city. It's freaking awesome. Oh, I'm here about to do some online training for this promo gig, which hopefully I can start working with them soon because alcohol promos, they're short shifts, but they can be, if you do them frequently enough, it's good money.
Here's one of my weekly moments of appreciation for This Is Us. It's just like they just got some dope-ass writers. They got some dope-ass actors. This Is Us just got dope-ass everything. That show is an actor's dream. That show is an actor's dream. Ugh. I gotta get on that fucking show. Or I have to get on that effing show. My mommy told me I need to watch, she said I need to watch my language. So the New York Auto Show was supposed to be next month, and it got postponed till August. Auto shows are good money because they're long shows, so yeah. I've had 4 events canceled in the past 2 weeks, and now the New York Auto Show is just added to the list of money that was supposed to be coming in that's not coming in now. And then this happened. So if you know me, you know I love sports, and you know I love basketball. And if you don't know I love basketball, then you don't know me. This is me the night before after my This Is Us appreciation moment. I was talking to Dwayne and Chris about how I really love the show that I was called back for. Those shows don't all... Oh, fuck. Now it's a 3. Okay.
Oh, shit, motherfucker! Yes! Yes! What?
I know I'm crazy. I know I'm crazy, but I sound crazy. But if you saw what was going on, it's not crazy. To give you some context, 80 hit a 3 with less than a minute left in the game. I mean, what else would you expect me to do? Oh. But, yeah, it's like those shows don't always, like, come along where, like, you see it and you're like, oh my gosh, like, I would love to be a part of this. Like, to make things more funny, Chris and Dwayne don't watch This Is Us or sports, so they just deal with me talking about them all the time. And then this happened. Broadway shut down for a month. All these auditions are canceled. Did I mention that film and TV productions were suspended too? Tons of regional theater canceled. NCAA tournament canceled. NBA suspended. What? This is insane. It's just totally insane. With work and auditions being slow, I was trying my best to still stay creative. I made a Dharma Day video in honor of Women's History Month. Sitting up in my room, thinking that I might go head out soon. Psych, that won't happen tonight or the next, 'cause for the next 8 weeks I'm counting. That's my quarantine song. Within a week we had gone from just wash your hands, you can still go to work and go to everyday activities, to no events with more than 500 people and the capacity needs to be capped at 50%. Then bars and restaurants only being takeout only. And then being told, don't leave your house unless you have to, stay inside, and now only essential businesses are open. It's been a whirlwind. When the CDC put out their recommendations that no more than 50 people should meet for the next 8 weeks, I stayed up till the wee hours of the morning, had a lot of thoughts going through my head, and I wrote my quarantine song. It really helped me process everything that was going on and do it in my way. So I've called the Department of Labor twice this morning. And because they're assisting other claims and nobody is available to talk to me right now, I got hung up on twice. You need to always have a stream of income that's remote. That's what this taught me. No matter what happens, I'm going to have a stream of income that I can always do just on my computer. Anything that forces you to be around people, it could get canceled because a pandemic could happen. Rent hasn't been canceled, so what are we gonna do about that? None of us can make money, but rent ain't gonna go away. So usually we're experiencing a higher than normal call volume. Please try again at another time or check online. I can't do what I need to do online. It says I have to call. So please try again at another time. And then they say it in like a million other languages and hang up on you. But now it's like, oh, we're about to transfer you to customer service representative, and psych, we hanging up on your ass again. Joke's on you. Fucking Corona. Fucking Corona. All right, it's my first time getting on the train since being quarantined. I've like avoided the train, but I kind of have to do it for something right now. But yeah. Like, this is never like a crazy busy time of day, but considering it's still a weekday, and like nobody's in the car with me, and then like this lady at the last minute, she ran down to catch the train and she saw I was in the car and automatically went to the other car just so we wouldn't be in like close, distance to each other. So yeah, it's serious. I had to go to the Department of Social Services, and since the Department of Labor was right across the street, I figured I'd try my luck. I called like 40 times yesterday, didn't get it. I've been calling every... The really sad thing was there were other people standing outside who were in the exact same position as me. They call unemployment every day, all day, and get hung up on. So I ended up calling the governor's office, and they transferred me to the Department of Labor, and I got to speak to a live person. And they informed me that I actually have to file for unemployment in California since I just moved to New York. Great. Funny thing is, in California, they do the same thing. When you call, they hang up on you. So I'll be prepping my paper application to fax and mail. Finally, some good news. My phone came from my vocal booth.
Ow.
That was a very Crystal moment.
That failed.
I'm gonna be quarantined and creating. And my headphones came too. One thing that I have enjoyed about the lockdown is that it gives artists time to create. I do my best to spend time singing and brainstorming and writing songs and shooting shit and reading and practicing. I'm doing what I can to try to take as much good as possible out of this situation. I will say that some days are definitely better than others.
Out for another walk. This is how I keep my sanity.
And of course, I tried to talk to family and friends as much as possible. And that includes FaceTiming with my nephews. I think we're all just doing the best we can to adjust to our new normal, and that's really all that matters. Hope everyone's staying safe, and I hope all of you are staying inside. Seriously, stay home. I'll see y'all next time. And as always, don't forget to subscribe.
All my dreams inside it.